Scenes like this are what make Rhode Island more than just a beautiful ocean state. Such scenes are reminiscent of New England's past, and they are becoming more and more rare. Most who have grown up in Rhode Island can probably name a farm that isn't there anymore. Farmland has been disappearing dramatically this century. In the last 50 years, 3/4 of Rhode Island farms have been lost to development. Since 1990 alone, 7,000 acres have been sold off. Dairy farms in particular have seen the most dramatic losses, from nearly 1,200 dairy farms in 1930 to just 39 today. What remains is easily measured. 580 small farms are scattered across the state, covering 63,000 acres, and producing just about anything from apples to corn to turf. Since 1981, 31 of those farms have been preserved with $13 million in bond money through the State Agricultural Land Preservation Commission. The state program purchases development rights from selected farms and bars future development on the land. Farmers can still farm the land and pass it on to their children. And since the value of the land is reduced, farmers face less burdensome property taxes. Unfortunately, buying development rights is expensive, and state bond money, approved 6 times since 1981, is now used up. Until citizens pass another bond issue, Rhode Island can't preserve any more farms. Private land trusts and cities and towns are making efforts to save local farms, but the work is slow going. Meanwhile, threats to farms are growing more intense. Increased property taxes, profit losses, and development pressures all contribute to the loss of an important part of Rhode Island's heritage, its farmland and open space. Why is farmland so important to protect? Simply put, farmland is a good deal for local communities. Productive farms support the local economy. And all farmland, whether in production or not, provides open space for wildlife, our quality of life, tourism, and surrounding property values. From Rhode Island's western forests to its southern fields, to Little Compton's cows bordering the beach, farms offer much more than just an escape from the city. In fact, farmland contributes year-round to the quality of life in the ocean state. Even in the dead of winter, Rhode Island farms offer wide-open vistas and a chance to get out for fresh greens and cut your own Christmas trees. When holiday cheer is past and dreary winter skies seem to hover endlessly, relief soon arrives with a sweet sign of spring. It's farmland that lets us witness the renewal of life. By early summer, fresh strawberries call us to the fields, and soon farm stands and markets are full of the homegrown fruits and vegetables we've waited all winter for. Harvest season lingers in Rhode Island's moderate climate until all the apples are picked and squeezed into cider, the last pumpkin is chosen for carving, and frost covers the field. Throughout the year, visiting farms reminds us of where our foods and plants come from, connecting us and our children to the cycle of life. As important as farmland is for us, it is critical for wildlife. Croplands, pastures, and woodlands all provide habitat for numerous animals, including some rare and endangered species. A preserved Barrington farm is home to the threatened diamondback turtle, and the rare grasshopper sparrow, dependent on open fields, is now found only on Block Island, where farms and other open space have been set aside. Ultimately, one of the best reasons to preserve farms is economic. Rhode Island farms in production are a $141 million a year industry. The largest contributor is the nursery and turf industry. Forest products account for the next largest chunk of the dollar pie. And then there are the crop growers, dairy and other livestock farms, fruit and vegetable growers, beekeepers, and other miscellaneous producers. All these farms employ people and produce goods that generate income and sales taxes. And according to a study by the American Farmland Trust, farms in the Northeast require only 29 cents in municipal services for every tax dollar they pay, while residential properties use 4 times that, $1.20 per tax dollar. So while some towns may think developed land will bring in more property taxes, they forget that development can mean more in municipal spending as well. You can help save remaining farmland in Rhode Island in a number of ways. Support farm protection programs at election time. Get involved with a local land trust. Seek out locally grown products at farm stands, farmers markets, and grocery stores. And take advantage of nurseries and farms where you can pick your own fruits and cut your own Christmas trees. In the future, as farmland and open space continue to be squeezed out by development, the farms that remain, the ones that are put aside forever, will become more important to each of us. Their wildlife, scenery, and locally grown products will allow us to return to the soil, if just for a day.